Global freeze. I built a doomsday. Li Zongyu personally removed the big stone blocking the cave, revealing a cave entrance only more than 1 meter wide. He returned to his human appearance and took the lead to crawl inside. Zhang Yi was secretly vigilant and let the 2 crew members in first, then walked in the middle with Zhu Qi and Zhu Yiyun. Behind him were 4 crew members. It was very dark inside the cave, and the crew turned on the lights, which immediately illuminated the entire cave. It was warm and humid inside, and there was a smell of sulfur. This is a very common smell in hot springs. Zhang Yi said with some surprise, I thought it would be very smelly here. How do you solve the problems of bathing and excretion in your daily life? Li Zongyu explained, I know some medical skills, so I will remind everyone to pay attention to personal hygiene to avoid contracting infectious diseases. There are hot springs below, which can clean the body. As for excrement, there are special channels for storage and can be used as fertilizer to grow food. At this point, he smiled bitterly. Originally, we planned to implement a sustainable development strategy here. However, there are no farmers here, and we are not good at planting. Moreover, the growth cycle of food is too long, and we cannot wait that long. Zhang Yi looked at him and said lightly, your idea is a good one. Zhang Yi asked himself, what could he do if he was placed in such an environment? Well, no need to think about it, he already had the answer in his heart. He will not be Li Zhou, and will become Kunbi. Not long after traveling, Zhang Yi vaguely saw a light source deep in the cave. As if there is light. The light does not come from a fire or a lamp, but from a green ore on the rock wall deep in the cave. They emit a faint light in the darkness. Although it is not too bright, it is still barely enough for people to see clearly the surrounding scenery 2 or 3 meters away. Zhang Yi walked beside Li Zongyu and asked casually, how do you communicate with Jiannan region at such a distance? Isn't there a signal problem? Hearing this, Li Zongyu smiled faintly, and then took out a Warwick Mate 600 from his pocket. Zhang Yi nodded clearly. So that's what happened. Their mobile phone signal is indeed world-class. Li Zongyu scratched his head, actually, there is a base station on the island. It was also built by Warwick. Zhang Yi couldn't help but laugh twice, in this regard, Warwick is indeed far ahead. Soon after, they came to the cave where Li Zongyu and others lived. But when they arrived at the entrance, they were guarded by 2 men with guns in their hands. Stop, who is it? The 2 men raised their guns vigilantly and said. It's me, I'm here with the rescue team. Li Zongyu took a step forward and showed his face. Rescue team. The 2 men looked suspicious, with a hint of joy in their eyes, but they were more cautious. Is this the rescue team from Huaxu country you called for before? Li Zongyu nodded, yes, we are saved. We can follow their ship back to the land, and we will never have to live such a hungry life again. Zhang Yi raised his eyebrows slightly. Li Zongyu thought so well that life on land was even worse than on the island. But after taking them back, Zhang Yi and Jiannan district will naturally make arrangements for them. At least they won't starve to death. It was just the expressions of the 2 gatekeepers that made Zhang Yi feel a little strange. They behaved very complicatedly regarding the arrival of themselves and others. How is this going? When a person encounters a savior in a desperate situation, shouldn't he cry with joy? He realized it wasn't that simple. But it didn't matter to him. He just wanted to take away Li Zongyu, to be precise, the stone in his hand that was suspected to be the source of God. Li Zongyu turned his head and said to Zhang Yi with a smile, everyone, please wait here for a moment. This is where they live. It may be a little messy. I'll ask them to clean it up so as not to hinder your eyes. As he spoke, he pointed to several large rocks on the ground. Everyone, please take a seat. Zhang Yi said calmly, no need, we will wait here. He took a step forward, stared into Li Zongyu's eyes, smiled, and said meaningfully, if there is anything that needs to be discussed, discuss it quickly. Time waits for no one, and we cannot stay here for too long. Li Zongyu swallowed, turned away with an unnatural expression, and actually covered his mouth with his hand in embarrassment. As if to hide his embarrassment, he licked his lips and ran a hand through his hair. I'll just let them pack their things, and nothing else will bother them. After finishing speaking, Li Zongyu took the 2 gatekeepers and entered the depths of the cave. There is a lot of light inside the cave, which is a space of 200 to 300 square meters. There were tents, cooking utensils, and even clothes hung up to dry. However, the living area was kept very clean, and there was no feces or household garbage everywhere. At this time, dozens of people were sitting together in the middle of the cave, and the luminous or dugout in the middle illuminated a space. A short but strange-looking middle-aged man stood in the center of the circle and spoke in a firm and powerful tone. The current situation is only a temporary difficulty. I believe that the end of the world will soon pass. And we will also be saved. Yesterday was cruel, today is even crueler. But tomorrow will be beautiful. Most people died tonight and never saw the sun tomorrow. So everyone must hold on and don't lose confidence. Have hope for the future. His name is Ma Wenjing, and he is an entrepreneur in the team. He now works part-time as a priest and is also one of the spiritual leaders of the team. As his passionate speech ended, there was sparse applause. Although the surrounding refugees looked a little tired and numb, after hearing his words, many people's eyes lit up. When this kind of hope is cut off, people need encouragement and others to tell them that there is still a tomorrow to survive. At first glance, the composition of this team is complex. It can be said to be the rainbow team, with people from many countries in it. In the apocalypse, they choose to join a group to stay warm and tide over the difficulties. Li Zongyu walked in with someone, and he excitedly said to everyone, "Everyone, I found the person who rescued us. The rescue team has come ashore and will take us back soon." After hearing what Li Zongyu said, everyone immediately jumped up from the ground and rushed over to surround him. Really? Someone really came to save us. I knew it would be like this. Some people cried excitedly on the spot. Is it the Colombian Maritime Force? A man wearing gold-rimmed glasses had an excited face. I knew that Colombia would not give up on its citizens. I sent them hundreds of messages asking for help, and they finally came. Thank God, thank Colombia, it didn't abandon its people. The man with glasses was so excited that he knelt on the ground, with tears in his eyes, and prayed devoutly. Tip: you can use keyboard keys to